？OK 了吗？你 OK 了吗？开始怎么说？Let's start。Let's start。
大家好。
大家好。
我是 Rob。
今日のspecial guest Rob Chapman。
我不会日文。
他是国语跟广东话一起讲，我不会日文。
我不会日文话。
差不多哈，非常标准哈。给大家开一个玩笑，因为今天非常开心，因为之前他是在那个上海乐展嘛，是不是？给咱们那个纽克斯去做那个演示。这2天刚好他有空来到咱们深圳，所以呢就跟他一起来拍一期这个帮你调音色的视频哈。所以呢，我们今天要用到的设备呢，就是我之前视频里面有讲过的那一款，就是我们的3叉戟。那么，所以这一次非常難得邀請到 Rob 來我這個頻道，然後給大家講解一下他的一些調節思維怎麼樣呢 ？Yes， 早いですね。哎，對。然後呢，就是他自己的一些調節思維啊，他為什麼選那個音箱啊，為什麼選這種周邊等等的知識啊。所以呢，接下來時間呢，我們就交給 Rob, can you show me your solo song? Solo? Yes.
No problem at all. Thank you very much for asking. Actually, you are the first person to ask me to do this. So this is really cool. The most important thing is to think, what do I want the sound to be for?
Yes.
And since it is a lead tonality, I need it to cut through and stand above the bass and the cymbals of the drum kit. So I need quite a bright sound. So I'm going to go SLO 100.
Oh.
Soldano.
Soldano 100, yes.
We start from left-hand side, we'll go through. I rather prefer to get the gain from the amplifier instead of just using pedal, but I will add pedal later. So to begin with, just a little bit of gain, 4.5. I prefer the tone of a really loud amplifier. So you see I have level and bias on the power amp. Well, I want this to be driven hard, like this. This is also good. I don't want too much bass.
Yes.
The reason is, if I have lots of bass frequencies, it will be lost in the bass guitar, the kick drum, that kind of thing. So I roll back the bass. Mid is good. Treble, I probably would have a little bit more. And presence, I'll back off.
Oh.
I need to hear depth before I can make a judgment on how it would sound. So I'm listening to all of the strings to see if any of them are more dominant. And I'm hearing all of the strings evenly, but it's not quite bright enough. So I'm going to tweak this while it rings. While it's sweeping, you'll find it goes, suddenly it takes effect, like nothing, bang, it comes in. That's the best place. This sounds good.
Yes.
So, cab. I actually really like the sound of this cab already. Normally, I would go for greenbacks, 412. But I really like the sound of this SLO 412. So let's try the greenbacks and see if I prefer. Thank you very much.
牛逼。
I'm going to go back to this one. It's thicker and deeper. I think I actually prefer this. There is an option to move the microphone. Let's try the classic. So it's gone from low to more focused.
Yes.
Like this. So it's a bit more. I'm just doing single note to hear the spectrum of the one note. So let me now change back to this. It's a bit lower in frequency.
其实这个没那么亮，5期会亮一点点。对，这个会亮一点。
That's more focused where I need it to be. Can I move the position of the mic in this app? Darker. A little bit more brighter, more focused. For lead, this is a better position for the lead. So if I want to play rhythm guitar, I put it here. But for lead, that's a better position for lead.
其实他刚刚这一个，我觉得非常有看点。我们平常都会为节奏音色跟 solo 音色去单独调一个不一样的那个调节方式。那么 Rob 他其实非常简单，他只是把麦克风的位置稍微挪了一下，对吧？他往这边挪的时候，他是拿来做节奏那个真正炸的音色。然后弹 solo 的时候，他把麦克风放回去。
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a problem live because if I'm using a real amplifier and real microphones, they have to cut between two of them, or I have two amplifiers. Makes it much easier to use the NUX TRIDENT because I can just have it in two patches. So now I can't play without reverb. I need reverb. It hides all of my mistakes. For lead, I need hall. Now I know how I like the reverb to be. This is too much. So halfway, let's see if halfway is good. I think that's about right. I will add a boost. Sometimes when I'm playing lead guitar, I need just a little bit more if I'm holding a long sustained note.
Yes.
So on the boost switch, I would pretty much always put a tube screamer, but not a lot of drive and a lot of level and tone bright. This is now on the boost button. I turned it off, yeah?
Oh.
So only if I need it, it's there. And then I need a delay. I like digital.
Digital delay.
I need about 650.
Oh.
So maybe 7, let's try. A bit more, 750. That's good. It's a little too much in the mix. I'm going to back it down. And the feedback is a little bit too long. That's nice. It's natural. So that's the delay set. And then noise gate. What I do? So here I can hear it. No, I can't. So I can just la 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 la.
Yes.
A little touch more. That's it there. That's it. That's good. This is exactly how I would set my sound. I can turn on or off the boost if I need extra for the solo. So if I'm playing... if I want to hold this... So the button, the boost allowed the note to continue more. If I want to do melodic playing, so I have a song. Oh. It gives me longer time. I like compression, but I don't like to use compression. It's too much. That's it.
Yes， 这个我觉得真的超有用，就是他弹完那个 solo 以后，他可以用那个推子，让那个声音的延音再延多一点点。我觉得今天这两个真的是给我非常大的震撼，而且我觉得我刚刚在看了弹琴，其实我是没有怎么关注他去调那个音色，因为我觉得应该跟我理解差不多。我一直在看他弹琴，我超享受他弹琴的那个律动。它非常稳，因为我第一次看了演奏是在上海的时候，我已经觉得它非常稳。现在现场看震撼度太大，我认为我在今天的收获是看他的演奏比这个收获还大。
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yes, I have a question. Reverb and delay.
Which order? I normally put delay at the very end. It makes a difference, but it doesn't make much difference between reverb and delay. But I normally make the delay the last thing.
对，你看它那个 delay， 它放到最后。一般来讲，我们混响会放到最后，然后 delay 都是放到它前面。这种调法，其实我之前在那个大 P 的就 Misa 他自己的那个调节音色里面，他也是这样做的。他的 delay 也是放最后。
The question is, do you want your delay to speak with reverb? Because if you put it at the very end, it will speak the sound of the reverb and the amp. But as if you put the reverb after it, then the delay will speak into the reverb. It'll change the sound of the reverb, I think. So I prefer it delay at the very end. It depends on whether the model of the reverb or the model of the delay have true bypass or not. If they're boosting a little bit, it makes a difference to the tone. This is done. I have a secret. I can teach him a secret. I learned country.
Oh, country. Chicken pig.
Yeah, but not to pick, to mute. We can show the camera how this works. So, what I want you to do, I want you to just mess with the strings, play the strings while I'm playing, and I'll try and play.
Which hand palm mute?
Both. These fingers.
Oh.
This thumb. Oh. And I leave room for one string. Only one string.
好，那么 Rob 的意思就是说，比如说现在要弹一个4弦，他会先用这个右手拨弦手这个位置护住5、6弦，然后剩下不用的手指呢就贴在那个不用的弦上面就 OK 了，然后再去拨这个4弦。其实有一定的难度的哈，适不适合自己呢？各位就尝试一下就知道了。
And this hand, if I'm playing here, my thumb touch here, underside of these touch here. So whenever I'm playing. So if I'm bending, this finger is touching the strings that I'm bending into. So. In 2 places, it means that everything is always muted. So the sound is very pure. Because if you... everything else is coming, yeah.
在认识它之前，我是不知道是这样子来做那个制音。一般我们都是这个手。
This is taiji guitar. Soft, even for a sweep. I'm still touching... like this.
这个我真的是学到了，这个之前完全没想到是用这个手指，这太厉害，这个真的是。
The teacher for this was volume, because I used to play very loud, and if you don't touch the strings at 2 places, you get feedback. So volume was my teacher.
明白了，OK， 好。The last question.
Yes.
因为关注我们频道的朋友们都是一些相对基础比较薄弱啊，或者是吉他想进步的朋友们，就是有没有一些练习的建议，给到他们这样子？
I think the most important thing is that when you play, you practice with music, not just a. Better to have a backing track and just use one string and find melody. I tried to find melody in one string for a long time. And then after a lot of practice, your brain begins to understand the pattern that repeats on every string. You know, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, diatonic. It repeats across all of them. And then eventually, you don't really need to learn lots of scales. Your hand will just... It will just do it for you. Your hand will know the pattern of the intervallics of the guitar. So I put on music and I just play to the music on one string to begin with, if I was learning now.
好了，那非常开心今天能跟 Rob 在这里拍这个视频。说老实话，以前看到他在他的频道，因为离得比较远，我也不知道他是什么样的一个人。然后在上海也是非常的匆匆忙忙见了个面，讲了个 hello， 然后就走了。然后今天他就非常震撼到我。说老实话，无论是音色还是说演奏，特别演奏，还有他刚刚那个这样子的一个互弦的手法，然后还有他刚刚对音乐练习的理解，我觉得今天纽克斯办这个活动是免费的，我觉得就不应该了，下次就应该收费才对了。对不对？我觉得这个真的是非常厉害哈。然后也顺便的预告一下，因为我们三叉戟里面呢，就是升级了最新的固件以后，就会有 Rob 自己调的音色在里面的。到时候大家，那么到时候大家呢就去升级固件，就可以用到它的音色。然后这一次 Rob 在我这个电脑上面调的音色呢，我也会放到网盘上面，然后大家自己呢就下载就可以拥有它同款音色了，所以你们弹琴弹不好了，绝对就不是声音问题，绝对是练习跟意识的问题了啊！总的来讲，今天非常感谢你在我的频道给大家来分享这么干货的教学。
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much for having me in this video. I really appreciate it.
Okay, say bye bye to my friend. Okay.
再见，再见。
拜拜。
拜拜。
拜拜拜拜拜拜。Okay.